The fabric is actually stitched at the back to bring these tiny little dots. Oh look, I just cut the sleeve and look, it looks like somebody's already fixed it. This is a beautiful soft pink. I have two pieces of this fabric. I cannot tell you how unusual it is for me to pick this. There's this beautiful dusty pinks and this kind of toned down greens and browns, and I just thought it was gorgeous. It has the most adorable coconut buttons. For my US audience, you're probably gonna laugh at me, but it is made in Hawaii. And for me, it is such a treat because growing up, whenever I pick up Hawaiian shirt in Spain or in the UK even, it's always kind of Hawaiian shirt, but it's made elsewhere. So for me, it was kind of a special having a Hawaiian shirt made in Hawaii. That kind of tickled me. And I thought, okay, it's a sign. It's a beautiful fabric, beautiful print, and I need to do something with it. So I have two alternatives to combine with this shirt. My first choice is this double gauze with gold polka dots. I made this blouse when I was making my tablecloth, embroidered tablecloth top, and I wasn't sure about the pattern, so I did a mock-up. And this mock-up, I put way too much fabric into it, too much ease everywhere, so it's way too big. And I knew I wasn't gonna wear it. I could garnish the fabric from here, enough fabric to give me maybe part of the top, and then use the shirt to make myself the skirt of the dress. My second choice is I have a couple of lengths of this. It's not double gauze, but it's also cotton, minus the metal print, of course. I have two pieces of this fabric that I thrifted from a thrift store that is now gone in Amsterdam in the Harveststraat called Gideon Italian there, and he's gone. I used to pick so much from him. Anyway, I have two pieces. I have this piece, which is not much. It's like maybe 50 centimeters wide by 140, I guess. And then I have this one, which is probably around 1 meter. I think with the metallic gold, it gives it a much nicer, a more feminine look to the shirt. So, sorry, to the dress. I'm gonna be making a dress. So what I want to make is this dress. This dress is the latest Burda magazine. It's from June. I just bought it yesterday. I don't know why, but it tickles me. Made in Hawaii. Look at how lovely this fabric is. I love this green. This is a beautiful soft pink. It's a lovely print. As Hawaiian shirts go, I think this is my favorite ever. So looking at the front of the shirt, it has a pleat coming from the shoulder, and so it doesn't line properly flat. So I'm gonna try to open it, but considering that there's a little bit of a fading of the color here, chances are that the inside fabric is gonna be darker than the outside. So I'm gonna try to pick it and see what will happen. This is just my iron, for whatever reason, getting a little bit fed up and spewing some water. So this is the front panel of the bodice, and obviously it has this extra piece, so take it all like that, then finish this edge and then fold it like that, and that will be the edge of your blouse. But I'm gonna use the buttons because I really like them. So the idea would be to put it in here and use as much of that edge as possible because I quite like the buttons. So that's my panel, and I'm just gonna use the edge of the buttons. Is on the grain? No. Do I care? Nope. Oh look, I just cut the sleeve, and look, it looks like somebody's already fixed it. Maybe it was too big, because it looks like this is not the original shoulder. And definitely not the original hem. Maybe that's why there's a pleat at the front, isn't it? Maybe they're trying to take out some of the volume on the shirt. Yeah, definitely. Look, it looks like it's being already worked on. Imagine that. Somebody worked on it once to make it more useful to someone, and now I'm working on it to make it useful for myself. So this is the inside of the back yoke of the shirt. And as I said, I really love the logo. It's a 4XL at the end. I really love the logo. I think it's super cute. This is my piece for the waist front panel. And as I say, I think it's way too big, so I might need to cut it a little bit anyway. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to see, because it's just skipping the same amount of fabric here. I have to double this one anyway, but this one is already done. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna fold it like that and see how much of this fabric I can take. I know that it is not big enough, but I actually think this is way too much for me anyway. And then I will have that in the front of my dress, which I think is kind of cute. So the dress is made in Hawaii and the Netherlands. So I've been going forwards and backwards about what to do with the other side of the bodice. And I actually do like one side with the fabric and the other side with the gold little feathers. And look at this. This is already finished. I already have the finished edge of this blouse. And then I'm just going to do the second side with this. And I really like the combination like that. I've already cut the front band. This is all going to have a pleat here and then gather here. And then that's the band. And I actually think I really like it like that. So I'm going to do it like that. One side, one color, one side, the other. I have made some decisions. I cut the pocket. I know some of you are screaming, I'm sorry. Now, what I'm going to use is, this is the rest of the shirt. Let's see if I can get it all in the frame. That's the rest of the shirt. So this is the edge. This is where I took the first front from it. What I might do is I might cut from here all the way to the seam. I might add a piece of the golden leaves fabric here, because it's the opposite side of the bodice piece. And I might actually see if this is enough length, is enough width for the skirt. So I'm gonna get on repairing this, and I'll see if I need to put some more panels to make it a bit wider, or I'm happy with this amount of width. Let's see. So I didn't have enough for the back, so I think this is the top and the top bit from the back of the shirt. So I have attached it to this piece of fabric, and now I'm gonna take the back pattern from it. It's supposed to have a zipper. I am terrible with zippers, so let's see how that works. It's actually kind of sweet that it's half of and half, and then it goes to meet up with the front with this side as well. Isn't that shiny? I love these cute little golden leaves. And then there's these little dots that the fabric is actually stitched at the back to bring these tiny little dots. This fabric feels like, double gauze, but imagine it's just the one. And then it has that thread thing. So that kind of cottony fabric. I love the metallic leaves. And yeah, it's super cute. I am harvesting every single piece that I can. So this is the top pocket part. And I still need the back piece of the waistband. Obviously, this has to be on the fold, and this has to be doubled up. But what I'm thinking is I don't have enough fabric to do both. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut and attach it on this end here, and then I'm gonna back it with a different fabric, maybe with a gold one or a piece of white fabric, whatever. But I just wanted to show you that I opened both of the darts that were here in the shoulder. It's not been fixed for a long time because there's no discoloration between the fabric outside and the fabric inside the dart. I just ironed it, and I don't know if you can still see the dots. But I think whenever this shirt got fixed, it's not that long ago. But to be perfectly honest, there's not much left. That's my back pattern. I decided to not put the zipper in there. If I need, I will put a zipper on the side or some buttons or something. So I have cut all of the pieces. This is my last one, which is the back waistband. And that is all left. That's all there is left from the shirt. So it's the collar that I couldn't use. And little bits and pieces. And let me see if I can find it. Oh, and this is the top. This is the top of the pocket that I took off the fabric, so it won't be bulky. So that's all there is left from the shirt. That was a really, really good use of the fabric. So I don't know how much of that I recorded, but I've done a few modifications after I try it on. The first modification I've done was the neck was pulling my neck. It was kind of weird, and it felt like this was way too big, the shoulder. So I just done a couple of pleats on the front. I'll show you when I wear it, when I tried it on. Here and here, just so I can, I don't know, it was just pulling on my neck too much. And then the back was pulling too much too. So I cut this wedge from the neck. I hope I didn't cut too much. We shall see. And in here, I just went ahead and cut the bands without measuring myself. So note to self, never to do that. And I have to create a little triangle to give myself a little bit more fabric. Also, this is, as I expected, way too thick. So I'm gonna check where the label is. Oh, it's quite high up actually. So maybe I might go down here because I quite like the label and I quite like to keep it. But yeah, I have to create a new triangle on the sides. I have to iron it all, but I have to create a new triangle because the band was way too tight on me. And once I've cut it, I cut it. And you know, I'm working with a shirt, so limited amount of fabric. So I just pinned the portion of the skirt to the bust just to show you. It is quite short. Obviously, it's just a shirt, so there's only so much fabric. I really like it, and I really like this panel that I made. I think it looks lovely with the gold fabric. But I'm not sure what to do because I think if I put the bottom, I could do like a ruffle at the... Oh, I could do that. I could do like a really lovely ruffle right at the bottom of the skirt with a golden fabric, and then just do some pleats or something and attach this to the vest, the bodice. Sorry, I'm tired and my words are hard. They're coming hard. So what do you think? Shall I put the fabric in here and drop the skirt and keep the hem as it is of the dress? So have a much bigger, thicker band of gold on the middle of the dress. Or shall I make a ruffle at the bottom of the skirt to make a dress? Okay, so this is how it looks right now. Obviously, the mannequin is a lot smaller than me. But I really love this. I really love this. And I just put it on to see if I like to put like a little bit more thicker here of gold, or to make a ruffle at the bottom. And I think I might just leave it like that and then put the ruffle at the bottom and make the dress. I was borderline thinking whether to make this skirt into a dress or actually leave it as a blouse. Another thing is this is pulling quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the armhole a little bit more pronounced, because as I'm walking, this kind of pulls quite a bit. So I'm just going to open it up a little bit, then attach the original sleeves. At the moment, it looks like a hot mess, but I promise you, it actually fits me once I've done the modifications, and I promise you, it won't look this bad. So let's see. So this happens to me quite often. This shoulder, I put the sleeve on this, and I think it looks really nice. I think the sleeve is lovely. But it's so annoying, this drop shoulder on me. I mean, I cut the armhole a little bit because it was pulling, but the drop shoulder is just doesn't do it for me. So my shoulder really stays here, which is like a good 3.5 centimeters. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to bring the sleeve back into here. Let's see. I'm gonna try to lift it and bring the sleeve here. See how it looks? It looks a lot better like that. So like that is kind of, it makes me wider, and I don't need any help on that. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna make the armhole much narrower. I thought about it when I was taking the pattern out of the magazine, and I thought, I'm not sure how this is gonna pan out, and I didn't do anything about it. So now I have to rectify. From now I'm gonna be using my bodice, the one that I've used for many of my tops, that actually fits me and is super comfortable, because this is not good. I mean, you can see it like that. It's just wrong. It's in the wrong position. So it needs to go all the way up here. But that's going to be a job for tomorrow, because I'm very tired and it's an absolutely gorgeous day. So I'm going to go for a walk and prepare dinner. So I shall see you tomorrow. Bye. So I just draw a line to my new shoulder, and I'll cut the front first, and then I'll cut the back, leaving the back to be bigger than the front. And then with this wedge, I'll place it on the other shoulder, and I'll make exactly the same cut. And then I place the sleeves. Hopefully it will hit me on the shoulder properly. So a normal human being would have put a gather stitch around the sleeve to put it there, but I am a human being, but I'm not very normal. So I just put all of the pins in there, and I'm just going to stitch it like that. Yep. Because I like to make myself a harder job for myself. I have a bit of a quandrum in here. So I'm going to stitch the skirt close here. And this is the piece that I added. I'll show you in a minute. But I realized that the buttons, this is the button of the shirt. So I have these 2 buttons left, but I don't have buttons for the top because they're here. So my question is, shall I take these 2 buttons and move them towards the top? And then shall I replace them with some other buttons? Or shall I just put them on the top and then stitch it all the way down? What do you think? I'm stitching the button on the skirt underneath the stitch from the original shirt, because I don't fancy cutting anything else. So I'm keeping everything, and then this will be open like that. I love the combination of these 2 fabrics. It's really pretty. So it doesn't look very nice, but the top and the bottom are now done. All I need to do is to stitch them together. Made in Hawaii and in the Netherlands. This is by far the nicest upcycle I've made. The dress looks absolutely gorgeous. I am really happy. I love the patchwork. I love the little details that I've made. I kept the coconut buttons because they're super cute. I kept the original sleeves because they're actually quite voluminous, quite big. I made a golden bias tape at the back of the neck. That was the only opening I have to fix because the front, well, you saw what I did in the front. I would say the patchwork here is really thought through. I'm really happy. I used almost the whole length of the blouse, the shirt. I patchwork pieces of fabric to make myself panels, like the back panel. And this panel here, that it was too, basically I cut that part, this belongs here, and I cut it off to put it there. Therefore, that was a lack of fabric. So I patchwork a little bit of the golden leaves fabric, and I actually think, on and on, I actually think it looks better for it. But I'm really happy with it. So let's try it on. And I'm just going to say goodbye now. So if you guys like the video, please like, comment, let me know what you thought of the video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
It's our set.